Park for the Beacon Hospital live stream of the TENG Tools ICCR Irish Championship circuit racing. It's the fourth round of this championship. Loads of different classes racing today, and you can see the Irish legends out on track doing their rolling lap now. Motorbike engines, 1200cc. Difficult enough car to drive in these wet conditions. A beam rear axle, you can see some of them hanging the tail out already, and this is just a rolling lap. Michael Barrable hangs the tail out there at Lola Corner. The big news for the ICCR, of course, is that TENG Tools have come on board, and they'll be the title sponsor for the ICCR Championship till the end of this year and all of 2026. We're delighted with that. It's a great association, and no doubt we'll be doing plenty of promotions with them for competitors and fans when we get up and running. Just announced this week, so you'll see a lot of branding around the track, and you can see it there at the bottom left of your screen. So the Legends 1200cc motorbike engines, great sound effects from these cars. We're up going around behind the Alfa Romeo Ireland safety car. That's an Alfa Junior, fully electric car. Declan Nolan driving that as ever. He'll slow them down a little bit here. He'll peel off into the pit lane, and it'll be down to the pole man. That's Lee Malone, who will dictate the pace alongside Dennis Lambert. Two quick guys on the front of this grid. Then foreign visitor Nico Frank, then Willie Lawrence, Owen Lawler, Gordon Brown, Michael Barrable, Richie Power, Seamus Ryan, James Byrne, Sylvie Bartlett, Scott Jackson, and Jonathan Patterson. Watch out for Jonathan Patterson, new name to me, very quick in qualifying this morning. All beginning to bunch up now. You'll see the lights have gone out on the Alfa Romeo Junior, so Declan will head back in with that car and park it up in the pit lane beside the Alfa Giulia. And we're ready to go racing here at the TENG Tools ICCR. So here they come, sequential box. Direct drive, solid rear axle, so it can be hard to get them turned in, and that'll be accentuated in wet conditions, so setup is crucial. They don't run wets or slicks either. They run a treaded tire, designed not to have much grip, but loads of power. These cars, great fun to drive. Anyone that races them absolutely loves them. Will you hear them when they let go here? There we go. That's the distinctive roar of the Irish legends as they kick off the action in the day two of the TENG Tools ICCR here at Mondello Park, under the Alfa Romeo bridge and down to Castrol Corner now. And it's Lambert who's stolen the march there in the blue car. Good lead. You can see them tiptoeing around, just trying to find out where the damp is, where the grip is, if there's any grip on the outside. Quite a lot of the time with racing drivers, you see them going off the conventional racing line, looking for extra grip as they go through Campion Corner, named after John Campion, then up through the gears, heading out towards turn 3, which the drivers have told me this morning after qualifying is extremely slippy. So this is the one they've got to watch out for. Quick through the first apex, then hard on the brakes and get them stopped and down through the gears to try and get them turned in. And a big look down the inside from Lee Malone, the pole man. He's given racing room by Lambert, but there you go. Lambert on an unconventional line gets better traction off the corner. And they're all crowding each other now as they come back down towards Bridgestone, the long left-hander onto the international loop. That's 16, Gordon Brown, going really well in the red car. Having a look around the outside, somebody's off just behind him. Gordon Brown very much on a run, should be able to continue down through the gears. Great recovery there. And back on track and heading up Kennedy's Rise, named after David Kennedy. Through Lola. Oh, they're pussyfooting through Lola, aren't they? Look at, there's no grip there. Look at the back of the cars moving around. The drifting isn't on for a couple of weeks, guys. Michael Barrable hanging the tail out as well, an ex-rally man, but very accomplished circuit racer. Here they go down into 7A, and a big optimistic lunge there for Lee Malone. Can he get it stopped? He can. Great stuff. Only just right out to the edge, and he needs all the track and a little bit more as he goes through 7A and then through 7B. He's wide there, and Lambert trying to have a go back at him sideways for Gordon Brown, piling on the opposite lock, and still fishtailing in the background. The red car, fourth on your screen. That cost him a little bit of time. Michael Barrable moving a little bit closer, I feel, towards this lead group. Watch out for Barrable, that distinctive yellow and blue car in sixth, I should say. That's 77, Willie Lawrence in the mix. Another quick man. Watch out for Willie. Two blue cars confusing us, but they're slightly different shape. It's a coupe or a saloon shape in these legends. They're fiberglass bodies, space frame chassis, robust little cars. Paul O'Brien's team runs most of these POB racing. Does a great job, presents the cars beautifully down in the paddock. Drivers' names on each awning. And great fun down there. They're well looked after, well catered for all weekend. Gordon Brown up the inside. You see a little bit of square-on contact in these cars. Nothing wrong with it. They have bumpers for that. It's for bump drafting. They race these cars all around the world. Even in America, the Barrables have gone over with Paul O'Brien and been hugely competitive both in the UK and in America. So the standard here is as high as you'll get. But certainly at the moment, the pole man beginning to ease his way clear. Although Gordon Brown with a nice move down the inside gets all the speed scrubbed off. It gets to that apex before the two blue cars, and he's up 2 places in a couple of corners. I was going to say 1.5 places, but he does complete the move as they go through Campion Corner now. It's a little bit like walking on eggshells for these guys. You don't want to stand on the loud pedal too early. They'll just go around on you. We saw that going through Lola Corner. Back end of the cars all over the place. Somebody off 37, a little bit of help perhaps. Not intentional. I think he's just possibly touched on the back bumper. The cars would be very light going through the first apex there. And that's Lambert, I think it is, who's gone off. It is. He won't get any further. Likely he'll get the car out of the gravel there. Waved yellow flags. So that's to tell the drivers next time round, there's caution, there's a car in the gravel there. He'll be absolutely fine. The gravel in fact did its job. I think it stopped the car before it made contact with the barrier on the outside. The order as they went by the last time was Lee Malone, Dennis Lambert, Gordon Brown, Willie Lawrence, Scott Jackson, Sylvie Bartlett, Michael Barrable. First rookie is James Byrne, then Nico Frank, Richie Power and Jonathan Patterson, all rookies. Then Owen Lawler and Seamus Ryan. So 13 cars, 12 still running. We just lost one there at turn 3. Gordon Brown trying so hard there. He understeered out onto the curbs and then lit it up, and again he's driving the car very much on the throttle. Gordon Brown probably can smell a win here. He's come up a number of places. If he can close that gap to Lee Malone, he'd be looking good here. Back up towards Bahrain's Benz, the right-hander, and then the left-hander named after Martin Bahrain, who bought the circuit in 1986 and invested all the money to put this international loop in. The tower that I'm sitting in, the garages, the pit, the corporate suites. Big lunge down the inside there for position. Doesn't quite come off, but I think Gordon Brown is possibly getting closer to Lee Malone, only by fractions. They're pretty equally matched. Coming up to complete the lap now. 3 minutes 14 still to go. These races are shorter than the other races here at Mondello this weekend because they run 3 races instead of 2. 2 leaders together now coming across the line. Going to be fastest lap to Gordon Brown, surely indeed it is by 2 seconds. Oh, sideways stuff from Lee Malone, just backs it in there almost. Reverse entry, as they say in drifting circles. That's Scott Jackson in the Rapco car in 4th place. Looks like he's got a bit of pace as well. We know he's very, very quick, but just flicking the car in front to him is 77. Willie Lawrence displaying great car control, and Scott Jackson had to back out of that one just a little bit. That allows Sylvie Bartlett, former Formula V racer and Fiesta ST racer, to continue his charge because he's closing down those 2 as well. Dennis Lambert's out of the car and absolutely fine, but he'll be back out for race 2 and race 3. I don't think there'll be any damage at all to that car, and it'll be recovered as soon as this race is over, with 2 minutes and 17 seconds still to run. Scott Jackson trying an alternative move, the reigning champion, number 1. He's not afraid to have a look around the outside, is he? But 77 going really nicely and carrying that speed out of the corner. Willie Lawrence, nothing Michael Barrable can do about the cars in front at this stage. Here come the leaders. This is where they just have to tiptoe. They almost look quite slow through there, believe you me. They're not going slowly at all. Anytime they touch the power, it's a big armful of opposite lock. It's sideways stuff. Down the back straight now, up through that gearbox. Great sound effects from these motorbike engines. And then hard on the brakes down into 7A. Sideways again, and this time Jackson capitalizes. Willie Lawrence just had to balance it on the throttle, and on the inside Sylvie Bartlett got better traction, got alongside, and he's up to 3rd place. It's a good drive by Lee Malone up front. He's under massive pressure. It was just by 1 car, but there are 4 cars now. Almost 5 if Bartlett can get up to them, and then it's Michael Barrable. But it's Malone, Brown, Lawrence and Jackson absolutely together with 1 minute to go in this. They will start 1 more lap, and that'll be it for the Irish Legends to kick off day 2 of the TENG Tools ICCR, the Leinster Trophy race meeting at Mondello Park. And a great move by Jackson, showing why he's the champion. Down the inside into Nordic Spirit corner, and a little bit of contact on the exit there. They have these crash bars, they can do that. Down the inside, defending now is Gordon Brown. Watch for number 1 on a charge here with just a lap to run. They're starting their last lap now, just 3 kilometers to go, but looking very racy is Scott Jackson. He's up to 2nd place. He's moving around behind the leader, thinking about a look down the inside. And then once again Lee Malone must have the brakes wound all the way to the back. He gets it at all sorts of angles, but a little bit wide, and that's all Scott Jackson needs to get alongside. Not going to give that lead away too easily though, and Lee Malone holds him off at Campion corner. Jackson trying for a switchback to get down the outside now for turn 3. It's a little bit slippy out there. Brave stuff right round the outside. He's got it done before the apex. Good stuff. He's come from well back, hasn't he? Let's see where he started on the grid. Number 1. Oh, right at the back. Scott Jackson right at the back. So he'll be hard to beat today in these greasy conditions. He's come all the way up through these guys. So Liam Malone leading until the last lap. The clock is at 0, so this is the final lap. Lola again for the fight. They almost seem to come to a halt there. I shouldn't say that because you can just tell they're balancing the throttle, but you just cannot touch it. Remember, no differential in these cars. Look at them moving around all through that corner. Michael Barrable, one log, big arc. We just can't close that gap. 6th place for Barrable, so he's going to have to fiddle around with his setup. No better man. There'll be Peter Barrable and Rob looking at ride heights and all sorts of stuff, all very wide down at 7A. It's hard to get stopped there. There's a little bit of runoff, but they need it all. Was fastest lap for Scott Jackson last time round. He'd probably do it again this time because he's easing away nicely out front. He's timed this one well. Going to be the first winner on day 2 by the look of it. Don't want to give him the commentator's curse. It's not all over for 4th place though. Bartlett and Lawrence still having a go. Oh, and Lee Malone hanging the tail out, really trying hard there. He'd be wondering where Scott got all this pace from, but he is the reigning champion, number 1. Yeah, Barrable doesn't look quite at one with the car there. Looks a little bit twitchy when he's coming through Bahrain's Bends. The long left-hander now back towards Nordic Spirit for the last time. Sylvie Bartlett looking for a switchback, the XST driver. Can he get down the inside? Almost, not quite I don't think. No, 77 hangs on, that's for 4th place. But it's going to be a great drive from Scott Jackson if he can just get it stopped for Southside, which I think he can. Bartlett having another go and then back to the outside. Look at this, it's going to be domination for Scott Jackson here, coming from the back row of the grid. Fergus Brennan's got the checkered flag ready and he takes the win. Great stuff. So Scott Jackson takes the win. And does he do fastest lap again? No, not quite. Well quicker than anybody else, but doesn't quite eclipse his one. Michael Barrable won't be happy with that. He's only happy when he's up front. Number 6, or coming 6th, Michael Barrable, number 18 in the MV Motors car. And next up it'll be Richie Power. See who's first in the rookies. Good battle with the rookies. Nico Frank in there too. 99 comes through. That's a good recovery drive from Owen Lawler. He was the man that was off early on. Races carts when he's not in Legends, but going nicely. Then Richie Power takes the rookie honours just from Nico Frank. Then James Byrne, the Fiesta Z-Tech racer. Or is he? No, it's not. I think that's Patterson next through, is it? It is Patterson next through. They're missing somebody on the final lap. Oh, 2 cars coming back. No, that's the leaders. They're just on a cool down lap. They're air cooled, these Legends, so they do a full lap sometimes at the circuit. They do a full lap of the circuit to get some air through those engines, a bit like the V's. They don't like sitting stopped and they don't like hot air, so they go, but great stuff. No, there's the other car, number 7. Car number 7 is James Byrne in the gravel on the outside of Bridgestone corner. There he is, helmet off, he's up on the bank, he's fine. Car is fine as well, the gravel's done its job and the car's well dug in there. So James Byrne walking back. There's 37 in the gravel. That's Dennis Lambert, was going really quick, but we lost him early on. Distinctive blue car with a saloon shape. So just a quick track inspection. There's a Jeep going out on track just to check conditions, and a few people taking the advantage. No, that's the rescue services just being out there to check some of the cars. There's no the teleporter also making its way towards turn 3. So the gates being open just to allow a little bit of traffic in and out of the paddock. Crowded paddock this weekend. Great to see it. Circuit racing definitely on the up. It's hard to get parking here on Friday. So it's going to be a couple of minutes while they get those cars back in. So we're going to take a quick commercial break here on the live coverage. We'll be back at Mondello Park in just a few minutes' time.
this car goes from 60, no, sorry, 40.
Send me this car.
Quando è stata l'ultima volta che ti sei innamorato? You should try it.
The all-new Alfa Romeo Jr. Learn to love again.
Introducing Castrol Edge, formulated to deliver at least 30% improved performance versus tough industry limits. Performance achieved throughout the engine, including the pistons, turbo, and valve train. Its Power Boost technology combines contact performance additives that dynamically respond on the surfaces of fast-moving engine components with high-quality advanced full synthetic base oils. Power Boost technology gives drivers the confidence to demand more power and acceleration when they need it most.
GSE.
Well, welcome back. Great shot of the Alfa Romeo bridge there. We're very proud of that one in Mondello Park. Added in 2025. A lot of new commercial partners coming on board in terms of the racing element, the circuit racing element. A lot of hard work going in behind the scenes, and some great work by Drew and the team as well. Sayat Super Cups are next up to Johnstown Estate, and big surprise because the Fiesta ST driver Sean McGovern has managed to stick it on pole position ahead of all the regulars. Barry English, massively experienced alongside him. Then David Maguire on row 2. It's not a misprint. It's father and son on row 2. Then Sam Moffat and Max Turley, who's in the running for the championship. Stephen Wright and Paul Parr. Donald Downey, Gary Corcoran. Watch out for 66 Victor Cullen. He damaged the car this morning slightly, the steering, just the tracking on the car this morning. That held him way back. Do that in a front-wheel drive car, you'll know all about it. So Victor Cullen with a lot of work to do in the Beacon Hospital car. He's got a lot of guests here today as well, and he'll be having a chat with them over lunch down in the Grand Prix suite. Mark Turley, another hugely experienced driver alongside him. Then Adrian McNally, Porrick McQuaid and Brian Berry. Unusual for Brian Berry to be at the back, so watch out for him. So they're all out there weaving around, getting some heat into those wet tyres. Nobody on slicks just yet. Ironically enough, it does look fairly clear. You'll see if the camera keeps panning to the right. If it's clear out over turn 3, it's generally going to stay clear for a while. The rain tends to come from that direction. Not always, but it does tend to. It's good. It's a good rule of thumb. Robin Rhodes used to say that many years ago. If you can see the Hill of Allen, it's probably going to be clear for a while. There's McNally coming back up the hill. Then it is a newcomer to the series. That's Porrick McQuaid in the ex-Stephen Marr car, and then Brian Berry in the Murray Motorsport car. Brian Berry, of course, would have done a lot of racing with the late Sean Woods, who we always remember here at Modelo Park. Well, there's the Hill of Allen at the top of the screen there. Good shot, so we can see that. That's exactly what I'm looking out at pretty much from commentary, and if you can see that, it's okay. You can well, I'm not going to say you can put slicks on your car, but certainly it's going to stay dry. That shot's gone. We're out at Lola corner now. Long right-hand corner. You'll see a lot of different race lines being used here. People are going to be moving around looking for grip. And if a dry line appears in this race, because the rain has stopped, you'll see them using very inventive lines to try and stay off that dry line, because you can just chunk these wet tyres. That means you overheat them and chunks start to come off them. So there's Victor Cullen in the Atlas Auto Care and Beacon Hospital car. Atlas, a new sponsor of his. The Clonbio car there of Mark Turley. Mark, hugely experienced, just come back to racing in recent times. So a lot of talent on this grid. 340 brake horsepower these cars have. Although the front ones will have a little bit taken off them, won't they? It'll come up on your timing screen if you're watching live timings. Who's that throwing it sideways? Stephen Wright. Looks like he has a handbrake in that car. He's just trying to get heat into the rears. That's something you need to do in a front-wheel drive touring car, any front-wheel drive race car. It's the rears you need to get the heat in early on, because they can just go round on you if you get it wrong. And these cars actually don't have too much lock. They're proper factory-built touring cars, so you wouldn't be able to do parallel parking in one of these. Not that you'd need to. Sean McGovern moving around. Sean McGovern's been racing Fiesta Z-Techs all season. This car has 4 times the power of his Fiesta Z-Tech, and he's somehow gone and put it on pole position up front. A young driver worth watching. Barry English, massively experienced, comes from the oval racing background, but has raced these Seats for a number of years. And it's the two Maguires, father and son, on the second row, both highly accomplished race drivers. Dave Maguire Sr., karting, Fiat Uno Cup, Fiestas, 3-time Fiesta ST Championship winner. Loving these Seats, and Dave Maguire Jr. coming up from Z-Techs for this sponsor drive with Baxter Motorsport. He's very thankful about that. Got himself onto the grid. That's the red and white car in third place is Junior, and his father alongside him, both parking well short of their marks. Sean McGovern right up on his marks on the grid. Yeah, massive gaps there. It's always something you can't see really when you're in the car, but you need to know where it is. So McGovern maximising with Barry English back by probably 2 feet from where McGovern is. So what's the rest of them lining up now? Victor Cullen right on his marks as well. No surprises there. Some are, some aren't. But it is very hard to judge, and you sit so low in those cars and so far back. We are getting ready to go with the Johnstown Estate Seat Super Cup Ireland. They're tricky to get off the line sometimes, these cars. Watch out for that Atlas car at the back. Sean McGovern on pole. Big day for him here at Modelo Park. So McGovern, number 8. I don't think he's ever done a standing start in one of these 5-second boards. Hoping not jinxing him. Red lights are on. Who's it going to be down into Castrol Corner? It's Barry English who makes a better start than McGovern, but McGovern makes a reasonable fist of it as they head off. And they all go under the Alfa Romeo bridge now and down towards turn 1. Victor Cullen with a big lunge down the inside. Surely, no, he thinks the better of it. Somebody down the outside. Dave Maguire Jr., big brave run down the outside. McGovern trying to go back at him, but the two young drivers, second and third. Barry English, the experienced driver, leading this one. Looks like Paul Parr next up. Indeed it is, in 4th place. And it's Stephen Wright. Then it's Dave Maguire Sr. way back. Bad first 2 corners for him. Then it's Sam Moffat, the rally man. Good conditions for a rally man out there now. He's running with Murray Motorsport. Donald Downey now with Victor Cullen slicing down the inside of him to move up a place at turn 3. Back of Victor's car moving around a little bit there. It's not nice conditions for that to happen. Straightened himself up using Donald Downey, I think, but he got the run on the way back up the hill, I think. Should be able to get around the outside here. So it's Barry English, Dave Maguire Jr. and Sean McGovern going a little bit wide now in the opening lap. Up Kennedy's Rise, now heading for Lola Corner. That's the corner we said watch out for these different lines they're going to use around it. In fact, Maguire having a go at English already. Sean McGovern with a different line to both of them around there. Dave Maguire Jr. with a great run off the corner. Barry English has to go defensive. Maguire piling the pressure on already. He's going to have a go down the inside. He's certainly thinking of it, isn't he? And he is going to have a go. There isn't there Seats width there, surely. There almost was. But Barry English closed the door just in time. Sean McGovern still right with them. Then Parr, then Wright. Then is that Max Turley? It is. He's up a couple of places. He's just done Dave Maguire into 7A and closed it off through 7B. We'll come back to Bahrain's bends, the right and left. Still is Barry English looking calm. No heroics just yet. Further down the grid, that's Mark Turley, Donald Downey, Victor Cullen. Then it's McNally, I think. Brian Berry up a couple of places. Somebody down the inside there again. That's Turley going nicely, isn't he? He's having to go right now. Turley and right side by side on the run down towards Nordic Spirit corner. Right closes the door. Turley doesn't need to get involved in that. He's a championship contender. He's heading to Australia apparently this evening, so he won't be out of the last round, but he is leading the championship, so he really needs a good result here. It's probably slightly pressurised for him, but he is responding as Maguire gets up the inside, and he's down the inside. Not much room between the pit wall and Barry English's car, but Dave says thank you very much and gets the job done there. That looked a little bit hairy for a moment, but traction out of the final corner, got up the inside and then just finished in a straight line, so happy days. Victor Cullen up 2 places. He's the other championship contender for Max Turley. So Max Turley's up 1 place from his grid position. Victor Cullen's up 2. He's inside the top 10 now, running 9th behind Donald Downey. So it's the yellow car he's going to have to get by. We're keeping an eye on championship positions here. But Dave Maguire Jr. beginning to trot away into the distance up front. He's been very impressive on his graduation estates this year. That's Turley now ahead of Dave Maguire Sr., who's still as quick as ever and great racecraft, so watch out for him. In his trademark red and white colouring. He's gone a little bit wide there. Jerry Maguire and Sons car, panel beaters. And it's Moffat really getting into the circuit racing thing again. He had raced before in RT2000s supercars, but not recently. Then it's Donald Downey and Victor Cullen. So Maguire really beginning to ease out a gap up front. There's Turley, who's under pressure from Maguire. He made up a few places, but not making any more progress. And in fact, I think Dave Maguire and Moffat might have picked up the pace a little bit. Oh, Moffat with a big lunge down the inside of Dave Maguire. Thank you very much. I'll have that place. That's 7th place for Moffat. Next on his list now is going to be Turley. Somebody getting out of shape behind them. It's Parr, I think. It is. Parr behind right. Sean McGovern trying to get settled and get back on terms with the cars in front, but it's a stalemate between himself and English at the moment. Paul Parr's been going very well in the Sayeds lately. So it's Wright, Parr, Turley, Moffat, Maguire, Downey and Cullen. That's all closing up inside this lap. It's closing up a lot actually, that group. I'm not sure how that happened. Did somebody get out of shape? I'm not so sure. It's Parr, I think, now under pressure from Turley, who's going down the outside. Not the type of thing you want to be doing when you're in the running for a championship, but you've got to get the points. Turley needs as many points as he can before he jumps on that plane. McGovern, I think, beginning to close in on Barry English. 2/10 quicker on that lap. Watch the times now as they come towards us. Maguire, Downey, Victor Cullen all coming through. Very similar lap times. Victor Cullen 2:03.2. That's quicker than a lot of cars ahead. It's not as quick as the leader, Maguire out in his own, but it's up there with the rest of them. Paul Parr at 4th, 5th place, 2:06. So a bit of pace from the Atlas and Beacon car. Maguire, English, McGovern, top 3 though, and Dave Maguire 2 minutes. He's way quicker than anybody else. He opened that gap to 2.6. Paul Parr dicing with, well, not with death, but dicing with the gravel there, almost putting a wheel off between the 2 apexes, or apices, is it, of turn 3, but that could be very nasty. You don't need to be putting a wheel off in weather like this. You certainly won't get it back if the back end lets go. Turley goes very wide, and Dave Maguire takes the basically slowing. Is there a problem for Turley, or they just couldn't get it turned in? Downey gets a run of 2 championship contenders now very close together as Brian from the Leinster Motor Club brings up the silverware. We'll have a look at that later on. Fantastic stuff. Leinster trophy now sitting right beside us here. It's as close as I'll ever get to it. Fantastic bit of kit. Say it, battle still going on down the grid. It's a good race, this one. Victor Cullen can now see Max Turley and knows he's only 1 place ahead. Just Donald Downey between them. Very defensive from Parr, holding Moffat back. That might back them up into this group again as Sean McGovern begins to give the work over to Barry English. Victor Cullen now definitely closing down Donald Downey here. They're both coming up on the back of Turley, I think. Very difficult conditions. You don't want to push too hard. It's all a little bit of a balancing act as they come back towards us, and Dave Maguire Jr. with a massive lead now, but definitely the battle's on for 2nd place. This is a big battle here. Parr and Moffat together, and Maguire Sr. and Turley, Downey and Cullen. Maguire completes another lap already. That's going to be fastest lap again, under 2 minutes surely. No, 2 minutes 0.5, pretty much the same lap time as he did before. Out to 3.9 seconds the gap now. As McGovern starts to hunt for a look around. Barry English. He's 6/10 quicker than Barry English on that lap, so he's been quicker 2 consecutive laps, but catching is one thing, getting by is another. Maguire, English, McGovern, Wright, Moffat, Parr, Maguire again, Turley, Downey, Victor Cullen and Brian Berry. Brian Berry going nicely. He's come up by Mark Turley. Gary Corcoran's gone missing. Somebody in the pits, that's Corcoran's in the pits. They're sweeping in the pit lane, they're just sweeping grass out from the front of that car. You can overheat them fairly easily. He's going to rejoin. He'll still be ahead of McQuaid, I think. But this is the battle for second place now. The Winthrop Engineering car just ahead of the McGovern family car that Sean McGovern has managed to grab a hold of today. Sean can win the Siltec Safety ZTEC Championship today. In fact, I think a top 10 finish will almost assure him of it in race 1, but he doesn't do top 10 finishes. He's on the front row. He gets a great run through Lola Corner. He goes to the outside, back to the inside. Can he squeeze by English? Gives him the big squeeze. McGovern's surely not going to back out of this one, and he doesn't. Great stuff from Sean McGovern on his class debut. Down the inside, and Barry English makes it hard for him, but no damage. Gives him racing room. And look at the pace already as he comes up the hill. I wonder, can he match Dave McGuire's pace? Loads more traction, it looked like, than Barry English there, and just drove away from that car on the way up the hill. Stephen Wright going nicely there, and he was closing them down a little bit, but they were battling. So let's see, we've still got 7 minutes to go, so we're halfway. So plenty more. It's Maguire, English, McGovern, Stephen Wright, Moffat, Parr, Maguire Senior, Turley, Downey, Cullen, Berry, Mark Turley, Adrian McNally, Gary Corcoran and Porrick McQuaid. That is your order. Well, Victor Cullen's got by Downey. Victor Cullen's up a place out the back. So it's just Max Turley now next. And as we hold it here, we'll see them in the background. The championship contenders, the green and black cars. Turley, there's Victor Cullen in the Beacon and Atlas car. Turley sees that happening and knows he's got to get down the inside of Dave Maguire. He needs to keep a car between himself and Victor. So let's see what kind of pace Victor Cullen's got here. He's already getting away from Donald Downey. This will be a quicker lap than he's done before, I'd imagine. Cullen up to 8th place now, up 2 places. Parr and Berry behind him, and Donald Downey. So 2:03.5, including the overtaking manoeuvre. So we'll see what kind of pace he has. Crucial for the championship now as they come back down towards us. And Victor Cullen now visibly closing in on David Maguire Senior as they head out towards turn 3. Closing him down again on the brakes. He doesn't care about Dave Maguire Senior, but he knows Max Turley is the car he's got to get up to. But in fact, if he finishes on his tail, he'll probably still be in good shape. There's another round that Turley won't make. So Maguire trying to fight back. They're very equally matched, those, and Downey tagging onto the back of Victor Cullen now, so nothing in it really between these guys. 2 minutes, 0.4, the fastest lap, and now it's Wright beginning to pile the pressure on Barry English. Barry English has learned his lesson from the McGovern battle and closes the door, keeps it closed, and maybe not too quick to get on the power coming out of 7A. So perfectly legitimate saloon car tactic to park it on the apex. Oh, McGovern pushing very hard with a little wobble as he came through there. No drive down line just yet. English and Wright now. Wright very quick, 2 minutes, 0.8. Wright's quicker than everybody on track except for Dave Maguire Jr., and even then only a few tenths off him. So in the 2 minute bracket, 2 minutes, 0.4 and a 2 minutes, 0.8. So it'll be interesting if he can get by Barry English, but Barry English, pretty good defensive driver. He's not going to hand it away. He's up the outside. He'll try and switch back to the inside now. Doesn't make it on that occasion. Just at the top of your screen, watch out for the Beacon car. He's down the inside, off screen, but Victor Cullen down the inside of Dave Maguire. There you go, top of your screen. Got it done on the brakes into south side, so really starting to get motoring, and now right in front of him. He's flashing the lights. Hey Max, it's me. So he's making sure Max can see him coming. So this is Max Turley versus Victor Cullen for the championship, and they are now 6th and 7th, both making good progress through the traffic. So let's see if Victor Cullen can get away from Maguire Senior now. Oh, right, just too committed into turn 3. Holds it nicely, but he's gone out into the gravel. If he can get that back in, and he can, he's doing well. We got that just in the nick of time, didn't we? Big, long, lazy slide. We just pinned the throttle to pull it back straight again. Then it's Moffat, then it's Turley, then it's Cullen making the moves, then it's Dave Maguire, then it's Donald Downey. Behind them is Berry, Parr, Turley, McNally, Corcoran and McQuaid. So 3 minutes 46 still to go in this one. So there's the Jerry Maguire car of Dave Maguire Sr. Definitely losing out a little bit to Victor Cullen, who is definitely closing down on Turley now. It's only by fractions, but he is closing him down with 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go. These are the two championship contenders. Following these for that reason, but also up front it's stretched out just a little bit. 5.5 seconds now between McGovern and David Maguire. Although McGovern has got down into the 2 minutes. But Maguire 59.8, fastest lap now, as the Beacon Hospital and Atlas Auto Service car closes down. Max Turley, both running the full 340 brake horsepower course. McGovern only on 310, and he's doing well up there. He's hanging on to Maguire now, got the second fastest lap of the race. It's very equal. It seems the first half of the lap, Victor Cullen seems to close him down. Second half of the lap, Turley takes it back. Let's watch their lap times as they go by us here. Turley goes through 2:01.5 for his fastest lap of the race, 2:01.3 for Victor Cullen, 2/10 quicker. So they're both quicker than Barry English in third place, which is interesting, but they're probably too closely matched for Victor to get up there. 2 minutes 13. They'll get another lap at the end of this one. David Maguire there in the red and white car. In fact, Turley's got away there. Somehow that gap was just opened up on the way down to turn 3. Victor Cullen very quick through the first apex, closes it down just a little bit. 1.2 it was when they went by us that time. Through the national element of it, Victor looks like he's closing him down, but somewhere on the loop last time round, certainly Turley stretched it out a little bit again. They're both leaving Maguire and Downey in their wake. Can't quite get on terms yet with Sam Moffat, who's in front of them. Lapping around the same pace as Moffat, actually. They're all down into the 2:01s now. Wiper still on for Victor Cullen. No rain coming down in the commentary box, but still a lot of spray being picked up by the cars. Full wet weather tyres, of course. They will have softened off the suspension and done any tweaks their teams have. Victor Cullen running with LOH Motorsport, Turley running with Murray Motorsport, two of the top saloon car teams in the country. Victor's closer now, it looks like it's 7B. Let's keep an eye on this because the gap opened out in the second half of this. I'm not sure if it's Bahrain's Benz, but last time round I didn't see a mistake for Victor, but the gap did open on the second part of the final part of the lap. He was a little bit wide through the first bit there, and that's going to cost him time. That's cost him quite a bit actually, and that might be what happened last time round. Still not too far away, and he's full lap to go, but Turley's keeping the head down and making no mistakes here. Oh, McGovern goes by with damage. So Sean McGovern, somebody's off down there, but Sean McGovern went through there with pretty heavy frontal damage. You could hear it flapping as he went by us. He should be out towards turn 3 somewhere. That's McQuaid, Porter McQuaid. So there's our leader. Somebody else off on the outside. That is Mark Turley. And McGovern's still going. He's just gone through shop, but the bumper is flapping very heavily, but she's on his final lap, so he can't, he won't be able to get him out a warning flag because he'll be going by the checker flag next time round. So Mark Turley in the barriers on the outside there. Here's McGovern in the foreground. That's the championship contenders at the top of your screen, just behind this battle. But this is Stephen Wright has caught Barry English again on the last lap. Oh, he's so sideways. The back of the car comes out. He doesn't mind at all. Just stands on the power and pulls it back straight. David Maguire, wonderful drive from that young man. And Sean McGovern, the two young drivers really going well here. McGovern's front bumper might have come a little bit adrift, but he's still flying. In fact, fastest lap for Sean McGovern with that flapping bumper. A 59.1, half a second quicker than Dave Maguire. So McGovern beginning to fly as he gets used to this Sayed Super Cup. But we are on the final lap, and this is for the final podium position, and Stephen Wright really wants it on the brakes down into 7A. Barry English slows it right down again. He does that beautifully and stays to the inside, so there's no chance of getting a run. And then they've both got the same power coming back up the hill. Well, they don't actually. Barry English on 320. He's got 20 brake horsepower less. What happens is if you're in the top 3 in qualifying, you get docked a few power, a few brake horsepower if you run a different ECU. And the same at the end of the race for race 2. So David Maguire, Sean McGovern and Barry English will have less brake horsepower than anybody when we come to race 2 later on in the day. So this is it, second race of the day, day 2 of the TENG Tools Irish Touring Car Championship and the Sayed Super Cup race. A fantastic drive from Dave Maguire. He's delighted with that one weaving around. And it's going to be Sean McGovern in second, and it's side by side. Watch the top of your screen because a big run round the outside for Wright. Is it going to be right? He's got it done. He's gone right around the outside, pun intended. That's a cracking move. You don't see that too often in Mondello Park. And he takes third place and gets himself up onto the podium and costs himself 20 brake horsepower. And Victor Cullen has just caught Max Turley on the run to the line. It's great to see the two contenders absolutely together. Good run from Victor from well back. 2:02.6 and 2:01.6. So Victor took a full second out of him on the last lap. So great stuff to say. There's the Baxter Motorsport car of David Maguire Jr. already coming back into the paddock. Here's another run to line. Brian Berry just ahead of Parr, who fell back after a great start. So great entertainment from Sayed Super Cup Ireland here at Mondello Park. The top 6, David Maguire, Sean McGovern, Stephen Wright on the last corner, Barry English, Sam Moffat, Max Turley, and Victor Cullen is 7th, David Maguire 8th, Donald Downey 9th, Brian Berry 10th place. So good stuff from Sayed Super Cup Ireland. Let's just have a quick commercial break before we're back with the Patch Tire Equipment Junior Mini Challenge.
Hello, GSE.
So plenty of activity down there around the ST Super Cup Park Fermé. That's the scrutineers of the cars brought in there after most races. They closed the gates, and the drivers or cars are not accessible just yet. They'll be weighing the cars and checking out certain other things on them. They've loads of stuff they can check. Really good technical team here at Mondello Park, and just making sure that all the cars are equal. There's McQuaid's car just being towed out. JR there in his new overalls. The new slimline JR looking absolutely fantastic. He'll get that pulled out, no problem at all. Great job by the marshals. Tough day for the marshals today. We had terrible rain all morning. It seems to have stopped, and almost afraid to say it, but once again I can see out over turn 3. It looks relatively bright. The forecast was to rain from 10 till 4, but fingers crossed it won't. And maybe See It Live might even launch the drone. I know we can't run the drone in wet conditions, but it's been a massive favourite with the fans. We get a lot of people getting in touch over the drone footage from See It Live. It's been really good, and as I said in an article during the week, I think it's at least as good as anything you'd see from the UK circuits. And I think I might have given JR the commentator's curse there, because he almost sank the Jeep, which he never does. Maybe we don't want to see this. Could pull the back end out of a Say It fairly handy, but he knows exactly what he's doing. JR's been around for many years, works for the ops team, so they'll just get that car back out. Maybe they're going to use the teleporter instead. Teleporter can lift those cars up without doing any damage at all, and it's probably better off doing that if it's going to if it's dug in at all. Doesn't look like it is, but that's easy for me to say. So Say It Super Cup will be back out later on, but you can see the Patch Tire Equipment logo on the top left of your screen, and that must mean one thing: the Junior Mini Challenge cars are coming back out. So both Jeeps being used. They've obviously done that before. Easiest way to get the car back out. That car should start and drive back in relatively quickly, I'd imagine. And then we'll be able to get going. The Junior Mini drivers, 14 to 16 years old, beautifully presented cars, a lot of talent on the grid, and they're already down in assembly with their parents and their guardians and their teams and everybody else, and they'll be coming out very shortly. Difficult conditions, those cars. The Minis, a bit like the Fiesta ZX, have a fixed shock, like standard spec shock, and an braided spring, so you can't really adjust the suspension or soften it off. And by their nature, they're a little bit stiff, so they can be a handful in wet conditions. Great to teach car control to these young kids, boys and girls. And we have the biggest grid we have ever had in the Patch Tire Equipment Junior Mini Challenge, and that's 22 cars on the grid today. We're welcoming junior rallycrosser Jack Lenihan. He's a third generation motorsport man. His dad Derek, of course, raced karts and a top rallycrosser, and his grandfather Frank, top man in retros and big man in auto testing and the Trial Drivers Club for many years. So great heritage there, and he's well up. He's ahead of 4 of the class regulars. But Leo Richardson on pole position. A great drive by Travis Mulwhiney. What a qualifying session for him in the Mondello Park scholarship car. He won that car, that use of the car, in a shootout at the start of the year. His racing is pretty much free all year. He gets tires, entries, testing, and the car all supplied by Mondello Park. And that competition will be happening again at the very start of next year. I think it's something like €100 to enter. It's just an admin charge. You come down, you get interviewed, and you get it tested on the simulator, and then you're put out on track alongside one of the professional instructors, and you are marked on all 3. And the winner, simple as that, it's all factual, the winner gets this incredible prize. So Mark Quinlivan down in the pit lane there, taking the photos as the Minis line up. Great shot of them. And he's just more and more of these cars coming. The racing is fantastic. It's producing unbelievable talent, which is exactly what we want here at Mondello Park. That's why the class was brought in. In their second race today, they're going to be racing for the Anne Stevens Trophy, and it's great to be remembering Anne Stevens. She was a stalwart member, along with Graham, of the Leinster Motor Club. She did wonderful work and ran many race meetings at Mondello Park and the Phoenix Park over the years. She also ran the Ginetta Junior class for pretty much as long as it ran before she became ill. She passed away a few years ago. She's greatly missed. And the Ann Stevens trophy will be presented, beautiful trophy, will be presented to the winner of race 2. And actually Ann Stevens' family have also supplied a cheque for €350 for the winner of race 2. Now, prize money is a thing of the past in Irish motor racing, and I think considering Ann's history, it's a wonderful gesture. It's absolutely fantastic. And €350 and that beautiful trophy will go to the winner of race 2. But it will be hard earned. The racing is very close in this class. So third place, Jack Files. Great to see him up so well. Jack Files going really well. That car always immaculate as his dad's car used to be. Kyle Irvine, he's had a win already this year. Watch out for him. Logan Hoy, very quick in the wet, rallycross champion. I won in Liddon Hill. Great drive in Liddon Hill to take the win there just a couple of weeks ago. And a week before that, he won in Kirkistown in wet conditions. David McAdams, relatively new into the class, another junior rallycrosser. Great man to have out there. And that's a brilliant qualifying from David McAdams to be in 6th place. Jaden McBrearty, watch out for him. He's very, very quick, as indeed is TJ Taff, the man alongside him. Taff, a top Irish karter, but he has shown race-winning pace on a number of occasions, so watch out for him. Then Nathan Sweeney, incredibly quick up at Kirkiston. Megan Daly, what a qualifying for Megan Daly in the Dan Daly Engines car. She's not long racing at all. Leah McManus, the next up, another rallycrosser. She won a heat at Liddon Hill just a couple of weeks ago. Great drive from her. Keith Burke in a brand new car. He's had terrible luck with the car. He had a big shunt in Kirkistan, and somehow POB Racing managed to get the car onto the grid, but they had to reshell it when they got it back home. So that's pretty much a brand new car they're still trying to sort out. Gavin Brown, real character, goes well, the ex-Holly Dunyan car. Then Martin Finnegan, 45. Martin Finnegan usually would be a lot further up, so watch out for him. Alex Watkins, another beautifully presented car. Alongside him is Jack Lenihan that we spoke about earlier in his first circuit race. He'd never even been round the international track until qualifying this morning. Then Harry Dowling, Dean Deasy, Ryan Donnelly and Joe Richardson. Joe Richardson, watch out for him, brother of Leo Richardson. He's usually up the front pace-wise, so watch out for that blue car right at the back. So 15 minutes of racing coming up for these young drivers. 14 to 16 years old. If you want to have a look at this class, if you'd like to get into it, ICCR.ie and just click on classes. It'll tell you how to get your license, what the technical regs are, everything you need to know. And there is a scholarship coming up in Mondello Park. It'll be advertised on socials during December, and then it'll probably happen in early January, and somebody will win the same drive that Travis O'Whinney. That car, the Mondello Park car that you win, is front running. It has won the championship twice before. It's on the front row today. And that car, you can be in that car next year if you win the Mondello Park scholarship. It's a great initiative by Roddy Green and the team at Mondello Park. They bought the car, they put a few quid into it, got it wrapped, and then they give entries and testing with that car every year. And Travis O'Whinney was very, very impressive on the day that he won it. He could do it moving forward just a touch more. Leo Richardson right up on his mower. I'm watching this all day. It's just because we've got this bird's eye view. Most of these young drivers are good, but some of them are a little bit further back than they need to be. A big grid and decidedly tricky conditions. You might think it's dry because there's no rain coming. That track is still very, very greasy out there, so it will be tough in the opening laps for these boys and girls as we get ready to go. Just told that Leah has had to pull out of the race. Unfortunately, she's I think she's got a pain in her leg or a hip or something like that. She works very hard with her fitness levels, and she's a couple of issues, Leah, but she's a great kid. She'll be missed on this one because she goes well in wet conditions. Away they go. Nobody gets too much wheel spin. Travis tries to close the door. Jack Files with a great start, and Files right across to the inside. Can he get up the inside of Leo Richardson heading down into turn 1? It looks like Kyle Irvine out of nowhere has got it done, but Leo Richardson's coming back at him on the brakes. Irvine gives him racing room. TJ Taff round the outside. They're all having a real go here, but everybody I think is clear through Castrol Corner. Indeed they are. It's side by side for the lead through Campion. Brave stuff from Richardson. He sits around the outside, but Irvine hangs on, and Irvine leads from row 2. But look at Logan Hoy out of nowhere. How's it going, boys? Logan down the outside, the Fire Protection Services car. He really goes well in the wet. This is fantastic stuff. They've all been bundled back. Jaden McBrearty up there too. Travis O'Whinney off on the outside, but rejoins. But dropped 4 or 5 places, but he is still going. I think that's McAdam up there too, you know, indeed it is, the ex-Joshua Henry car, but Logan Hoy leading there. You'd nearly want to see a replay of that. We might have a look at it later because everybody had to go at the lead inside the first 2 corners there. But Logan Hoy's a danger man in the wet. He's trying to get his head down and try and get away. Jack Files looking racy too. He gets great traction off Bridgestone and up Kennedy's Rise. He's round the outside of Kyle Irvine now, coming up to Lola Corner. Can he sit around the outside? He certainly can. He's going to try. Oh, they're all bundling it. Leo Richardson gets up the inside. McBrearty gets up the inside. They're 3 abreast, almost 4 abreast. Taff gets down the inside. And here comes McAdam down the outside of everybody. They are 4 abreast on the back straight. I'm not sure that's ever happened before. And it's Leo Richardson, the man on the move. He's back up to second place. Look at TJ Taft down the inside of the brakes. Great stuff from him. Makes up 2-3 places, I think. And McAdam in there too, really having a go. David McAdams, the grey car on the outside there, using the curb, a little bit of grass, but keeps going. Watch out for Heaps, he's in there too. Great car control, Daniel Heaps. Logan Hoy begins to get away out front through the right and left. Oh, sideways stuff. Great car control there to hang on to that one by David McAdams. No opposite lock at all, just pin the throttle. It'll come back around, and indeed it did. So Hoy, Richardson, Irvine and Taff. Turvine they're known as. They're inseparable, best of friends, these two real characters around the paddock, and they raced really hard. They slipstream and bump draft really hard. Two great kids. Oh, they're going absolutely together. That's McAdam into the side of McBrearty. Oh, they've caught each other a couple of times. McBrearty almost held it, but I think they made contact the second time. Not sure that was intentional, just through Nordic Spirit corner, but he should be able to rejoin McBrearty. That sees McBrearty rejoining. Great stuff. It's all shuffled around. Somebody making big moves there as they go by us. That's Nathan Sweeney. Harry Fair's up 4 places. Harry Fair's absolutely flying. Beautifully prepared car, and he's going really well. He's up to 6th place. As they go by us, there are incredible battles here. Oh no, that's McBrearty heading for the pit lane. I sustained a bit of damage. In fact, it looks like a bent track rod or something. I see the car coming towards us. It hasn't got full... yeah, it certainly looks like the tracking is way out. Something's broken there. That's such a shame. Really fast young driver, Jaden McBrearty. So Hoy leads, and he's got fastest lap, but Richardson has been the pace of the class. He's got the head down and getting away from Irvine now. Taff it is, in fact, he's up a place. Then it's Irvine, then it's Files. You see some of these cars have a body kit and some don't. The body kit will become compulsory next year, so they will all have that little tail spoiler and side skirts. Makes the cars look a lot better and look like perhaps the English the UK counterparts. Great cars for training, and it really has produced fantastic talent, and that is such a shame. McBrearty in the pits. I don't think he'll go any further. Good team running. I'm sure they'll get that car back out for race 2, but he won't get any finish in this one. Oh, and somebody getting way out of shape. Nathan Sweeney hangs onto it nicely, but leaves the door open for Travis Mahwini to draft up alongside him on the way out. That's Heaps coming through with the bumper dragging a little bit on his car, Daniel Heaps. So Fairs and Nathan Sweeney are the two making moves. Jack Files holding a beautiful drift there, just getting back on the power. That's Mahwini next up from Sweeney. Fairs, but that's McAdam just getting by, and Heaps getting by as well. It's that close. One little mistake or one sideways moment and you lose a couple of places. And again, Jack Files hangs the tail out at Bahrain's Benz. Nathan Sweeney almost coming in there backwards. They have such good car control, these kids. It's great to see. It really is a good training ground. It's been a massive success. Somebody else there way out of shape. That's is it Keith Burke? I'm not sure who it was. I didn't get to see the number, but somebody coming in there with a massive slide through Bahrain's Benz. You just love to see it. Yeah, Richardson a lot closer now. They'll be finishing the lap in a minute. We'll get the times, but he's slashing that gap back to Hoy. Catching is one thing, passing is another, but still 10 minutes to go. 2/3 of the race still to run. Somebody in trouble there. That is McAdams. There's Taff, Irvine, Files. Mahwini and the Mondello Park car starting to make ground again. Then it's Sweeney. Then it is McAdams. Then it's Fairs and Heaps absolutely together. Sideways stuff from McAdams, but holds it beautifully. The back end of the car moves around when you're off throttle, and there's only one thing to do is plant the throttle and pull it back straight. A little bit of sunshine coming. We weren't told this was coming today. It'd be great if it stayed clear, but it's still very greasy out there. Might not look it on your TV screens at home, but I'm just looking at the lap times. It's still very, very wet out there, especially out there at turn 3. It always stays greasy when everywhere else dries. McAdams trying to close down. He's doing well, isn't he, McAdams? New to circuit racing, very experienced in rallycross, but going really well now. The grey car, front bumper a little bit askew, but that doesn't seem to be holding them back. Yellow flag, safety car, I think. Safety car dispatched. It has been. I'm not sure why. So there's a car off somewhere, but not sure where. Jaden McBrearty, the only car showing off on the screen, and that's showing as not being on the track, but he's in the pit lane, obviously. Looks like they're trying to work on that car, actually. Oh, that was Jack Lenihan in the black car getting sideways. He's up another place. Jack Lenihan going well. I was wondering who the black car was I didn't recognise. It's Jack Lenihan on his first circuit race. He had a beautifully controlled drift through Bahrain's Benz last time round. He's up to 13th place. And where did he qualify? He qualified 18th, so he's 5 places up Jack Lenihan really going well on his circuit racing debut. Alex Watkins up 3 places. Harry Dowling up 1. So there's the car. There it is, top of the screen. Is that Joe Richardson perhaps? It is, I think. Oh, and somebody else goes around, Megan Daly. This is a replay. Oh, almost contact from Donnelly there. Yeah, it is. It's the Stillorgan Motor Company car of Joe Richardson, just locked up. Very easy to do, couldn't get it stopped, and unfortunately you won't get that out on its own. So that gave Megan Daly cause to spin. She went down 4 places. She'd been flying just outside the top 10. She's down to 16th now, but they're coming round to us to be picked up by the safety car, and that will erode any leads that Logan Hoy had, but it was down to 1.2 seconds. Anyway, Leo Richardson fastest lap, 17.8, half a second quicker than Logan Hoy's best. Red flag is out, the race is going to be stopped. The red flag is out, but we're out at the halfway distance, so I think we will be restarting this one. We'll see if anything comes through from race control. Stop the red flag, stop on grid. We get live messages from race control now here in commentary. So they will stop the race and reform it, and we'll have another chance of going in. I will imagine it'll be the grid as you see them there, with Logan Hoy starting on pole, but that's me speculating wildly. Let's see what happens. More guests coming down and more spectators arriving in with the weather clearing up a little bit. A lot of people here today from Atlas Auto Service and the Beacon Hospital down supporting Victor Cullen. He's got a big sponsors lunch on in the Grand Prix suite today. So we'll be popping down and saying hello to them during the lunch break. A lot of parents and teams. The black jackets you can see there together. That's Paul O'Brien just waving, motioning at one of his drivers. Paul's done a great job. Brought Travis on in leaps and bounds this year. And he also runs Leo Richardson, who's won all the races, almost all the races. He's just twice he's been beaten, once by Hoy and once by Kyle Irvine. So Logan Hoy sitting there in front of everyone. Car number 6 looks very well presented this weekend. The FPS car. Fire Protection Services sponsoring the young County Louth driver. Went really well at Liddon Hill last weekend. He moved slightly before the start. It was adjudged to get a jump start in the final, and they made him do 2 joker laps, and he still won the race with 2 joker laps. So drove really, really well over there. Some great photos of his sister Colleen, took some great photos of him and all the other drivers getting some air over the jump at Liddon Hill. Alex Watkins there in the orange car. Right behind him, Jack Lenihan, the newbie. Precision Graphics vehicle wrapping car there just in front. That is Harry Dowling, beautifully turned out car. Daniel Heaps as well. Great car control, that young man. Oops written on the roof. That's because I think he might have had it on its side briefly at one stage, but very well repaired. Drives it well. Dad works very hard on the car. They put a lot into it. And he's probably one of the quickest of the drivers in their first year in this class. A DMC.ie car, that's the Shocklin Motor Company, Barry John McHenry. He's helping Nathan Sweeney, who's going really well. A car zone on the side of the car as well, beautifully turned out. Rapco car. That's Travis Mulwhiney, great day out for him. He's really, he dropped back a little bit, but he's coming back up through them. He had just gained 3 places when the red flag came out. So Travis Mulwhiney going nicely. Jack Files still there in 5th place. Kyle Irvine had lost a place to Taft. There's Kyle Irvine there in the SJ Irvine car. There's TJ Taft, distinctive. The 2 boys are never far apart. They give us a wave there, boys. There they are. Well, Kyle is giving us a wave. TJ's concentrating there. Car number 22. And there's Leo Richardson in the Stillorgan Motor Company car. Another Rapco. Between Rapco and Precision Tint and Graphics, they've done a great job with these cars. They look fantastic. There's the FPS Fire Protection Services car of Logan Hoy. So as we said, he won in Liddon Hill last week. Won the final in 2, I think, of the 3 heats, or 3 of the 4 heats. All the heats bar 1, I think. Drove really well. And won in Kyrgyzstan in atrocious conditions just a week before that. So he's been busy. Logan Hoy. There's recovery, and once again they've had to use the second Jeep to get that car back out. So difficult to get cars out of the gravel trap in these conditions. They're probably a little bit waterlogged maybe. So everyone's out. The See It Live team saving the blushes of anybody involved there. I'm sure the second Jeep was required to get that back out. So there we are, the Alfa Romeo bridge, and just under it there's the Alfa Romeo safety car. That's the new Alfa Romeo Junior, all electric, and that's Declan Nolan behind the wheel. So Declan Nolan drives the safety car down here all the time, a former top rallycross stock hatch driver. So he's in radio contact with race control. You just see Declan there, we're moving in, he's reading the Sunday World. No, he's not, no, he's looking at notes from the officials. But he's in constant contact with one floor below me in the tower with race control, and they'll tell him when to turn off those flashing lights, when to get back in off the track, and when to let us go back racing again. So Declan, a very safe pair of hands, and does a great job for us here in the ICCR, the TENG Tools ICCR, as our safety car driver. He's no idea he's being live broadcast now on the stream. I'm sure he'll be getting a few texts. So he was one of the great bunch of 8-valve stock hatch drivers many years ago. Here was the ex-murderers they used to be known as on race day. There were huge amounts of Peugeot 205s, and Derek Toll was briefly in that class, and a lot of other drivers cut their teeth in it. Great entertainment. There's Joe Richardson coming back up the pit lane in the hope of being allowed to join the restart. I'm not sure if he will or not, but fair play to him for trying. They're still working on McBrearty's car at the other end of the pit lane, but I think that'll be race 2 by the time that car gets back out. So the other car is back in. The track should be good to go. Easy for me to say. So we're back going again. A quick warm-up lap. It's not going to be a rolling start like the Legend. So this is starting under safety car. So it's a new thing. I'm not sure why. I think that's safety car restart procedure. So it will be the same race. So it's not a new race. So they can use a safety car restart procedure. So the lights will come off on that safety car coming out of 7A and B, or somewhere around Bahrain's Bends. Drivers will know exactly what's happening. They're weaving around trying to get a bit of heat into those Nankang tires to make them work. So it's going to be Logan Hoy and Leo Richardson, then TJ Taff and Kyle Irvine, or Turvine as they're known, then Jack Files, Travis Mulwhiney, Nathan Sweeney, David McAdams, Harry Fairs, Daniel Heaps, Harry Dowling, Alex Watkins, Jack Lenihan, Keith Burke, Dean Deasy, Gavin Brown, Ryan Donnelly, Megan Daly and Joe Richardson. Lights are off in the safety car, and we are going back racing, and we have got 6 minutes to go. Plenty of action still to come. So Leo Richardson is going to want to wrest the lead away, but he doesn't really need to. He's got a good championship position here, but they're all, they're all gutsy young racers here. They'll want to come first. Logan Hoy looking for his 2nd win of the year. Leo Richardson looking for probably his 6th. Here they come back towards us. Emer O'Brien back in the paddock helping us with this class today and with the Fiesta ST class. Great to have her back in the paddock. Emer was an integral part of the saloon racing scene here back in the 90s and 2000s, RT 2000s, all the Dunlop classes. She used to work with Richard Warbrick. He was a big supporter of motorsport, Fiat Uno Cup and Irish Touring Cars. She would have been involved with all them. So she's back with her clipboard and she's looking after the junior mini drivers and the Fiesta ST drivers. The Patch Tire Equipment grid are getting ready to go and they're away. And Logan Hoy leads. Leo Richardson right with him. They've made a bit of a jump for TJ Taff. Hoy holds the centre of the road. No gap. Richardson immediately wants to go down the outside into Castrol. Very comfortable with his car. Taft closes down them both on the brakes. He had lost off on the initial start, but got back at them on the brakes there as they go through Campion Corner. Taft looks every bit as quick as these two cars in front, but Hoy's under pressure immediately from Leo Richardson now. He goes to the inside, sees it coming, holds that inside line on the way out to turn 3. It's the FPS car just leading the Stillorgan Motor Company car, and again Hoy has to go defensive down the inside. That allows Taft up onto the rear bumper of Leo Richardson in the POB car. Richardson again, loads of speed off the corner. He does look very, very quick, but Hoy is calm and composed. He should be able to keep the door closed here. Irvine and Files not too far away either. Then it's Mulwhiney, Sweeney, McAdams, Fairs, Heaps, Harry Dowling, Alex Watkins, Lenihan, all the rest coming through. Now Taff right with him. Taff fancying a go at Leo Richardson here, trying to get the nose up the inside, and he could have it done, you know. He gets alongside, out onto the back straight. It's a drag race now down to 7A and B. Well, he mustn't quite have it. Can he get it done on the brakes? He was alongside, but certainly he was out dragged, I think, there in a straight line. Had to get back in behind him. That's good driving by Richardson to get the door closed. No contact. Good firm racing, and just gets to the apex beforehand, and Hoy doesn't get away from either of them. So first three battling away here with 3.5 minutes to go. It's going to be a very well-deserved winner for this one in junior minis. Owen Files into the quarter panel of Irvine in the background there. We might have to have a look back at that one, but yes, spun him around at the long left-hander. It's unusual in this class, but it could have been a mistake, or maybe somebody sideways again. That's young Lenihan again. He's great car control, that young man, doesn't he? Then it's Keith Burke, then it's Gavin Brown. That's the recovering Megan Daly there in the Dan Daly Engines car, but Irvine's car stopped on the outside. The start line, Hoy's made a bit of a break, and Taff it is who's beginning to breathe down the back of Leo Richardson now. Richardson thinking more about defence than attack as he goes to the inside under the Alfa Romeo bridge and down into Castrol Corner. That's going to allow Hoy to get away, and he'll know exactly what to do here. Don't look in the mirror, keep push like it's qualifying. Let them fight away. Richardson with a better exit though, and a good run through Campion. Shakes off briefly TJ Taff, and he's looking to chase down Logan Hoy. They will get this lap and one more, I think. Irvine has got back going off shot. Let's hope he keeps going or doesn't come into the pits. It looks like he might be heading for the pit lane. He is. So yeah, that's two of the championship contenders coming in. That's such a shame. Irvine in the pit lane now. He's been really quick all year. There he is, top of the screen. They're still working on McBrearty's car, but here comes Irvine. Heartbreaking stuff. Oh, must be something broken on the car perhaps, but he's coming down the pit lane. Won't be happy at all about that one. And here's Hoy now, very, very wide, two completely different lines. Hoy right round the outside, looking for the maximum grip, not wanting to put on any lock at all. Richardson with a different line, perhaps closing him down a little bit, not much in it, but they're beginning to drop. TJ Taff now. Oh, and look at Richardson on the brakes, 4, 5, 6 lengths later than Hoy, and right up onto his back bumper now into 7A. And now the battle's on with 1 minute 22 to go. And he gets the run, gets the traction, gets up the inside. Hoy's closing the door. Is it a little bit too late? I think Hoy might be able to hang on here. No, he backs out, leaves racing room. That's good racing from that young man. Hoy gave him, oh, that's a shame. I'm not sure what happened there, but they're both together and both off, and there's damage, I think, is there? As they come back across us, I'm not sure. There's a back end breakaway on one of those cars, but certainly initially Logan Hoy didn't turn in and gave racing room to Leo Richardson. He's sideways now and piles on the power, and Taff can smell a win all of a sudden with 50 seconds to go. They will have one more lap to run when they get to the start finish line. We'll see if we can have a look back at that one. Oh, they're all over the curves. Look how hard they're trying with the smell of a win, and actually charging up to them is Mulwhiney there. He's up to 4th place now. Great race from Travis Mulwhiney as Taff tries to get the run up the inside of Hoy. I think he's got it. He's alongside, better traction out of Southside Motor Factory's corner onto the Bahrain straight. They're side by side. Taff on the inside, Hoy on the outside. under the Alfa Romeo bridge to start their last lap. And TJ Taft leads down into Castrol Corner. I don't think this will be the end of it. They're very closely matched. Hoy tries to get back up the inside, does get back up the inside. Can he sit around the outside of Campion? Not quite. Tucks in behind him. So here they come now back towards us. Taft, very well known in karting, very accomplished karter, and very good racecraft as a result. Hoy's come up through the ranks in this class, where he's had plenty of wins, and rallycross, where he's been dominant in junior rallycross, so he'll be relishing these greasy conditions. He's got about 2.5 kilometers now to make a move if he's going to take it back here, or is TJ Taft going to take his first win of 2025 in the Patch Tire Equipment Junior Challenge? Brian Matthews is over in Spain. I'm sure he's watching this one from the high stool. Patch Tire Equipment man, great supporter of Irish motorsport. Hoy gets the run this time, and he's on the back bumper now as they head up Kennedy's Rise, named after David Kennedy, and then into Lola Corner onto that long back straight. But Taft hanging on nicely. Oh, Hoy with a brave move round the outside. He likes that line. There's not much difference in it. They come off at the same speed, possibly a little bit quicker. Did he get a better run there? If he did, Taft has the centre of the road. He's not going to leave the door open. Oh, Hoy just looked like he would have loved to take a lunge there. And as he goes back to the outside, Taft goes back to the outside as well. Right up onto the curb. Doesn't lift at the apex or anything. Carries the speed all the way through. Both taking loads of centre curb. And Taft with a length, a crucial length as they come back up the hill. Is he going to get his first win of 2025? This will be an emotional day if he does do it. Great stuff from young TJ Taft. Through the left, through the right, the back of the car's hopping around. He doesn't care, keeps the throttle pin, pulls it back straight. Absolutely fantastic stuff. You're doing well if you can beat Logan Hoy in a straight fight. Hoy, very talented young driver, as indeed is TJ Taft, and it looks like TJ's going to do it through Nordic Spirit for the last time, as long as he doesn't overcook it. They both almost overcook it now. Up to Southside Corner for the last time. Hoy with a big lunge down the inside from way back. Taft just turns in anyway, gets on the power. It's going to be an emotional day for loads of people. TJ Taft going to take his first win. Absolutely fantastic drive. And TJ Taft takes the win, number 22. He is punching the air inside the car as he goes below me. Travis Mulwhiney just gets ahead of Leo Richardson on the last lap. Is he going to be on the podium? He is. What a great drive, a great day for Travis Mulwhiney. Some drivers really starting to go well. Nathan Sweeney, another brilliant drive. Then Jack Files, Harry Fairs, David McAdams and Daniel Heaps and Harry Dowling all inside the top 10. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Alex Watkins right with them. And who's going to be next up? It's Dean Deasy, I think. Indeed it is, just ahead of Keith Burke. Then it's Jack Lenihan. Good first day out for him. Then it's Joe Richardson, who was able to take the restart, and then with a slight moment on the last lap, it's going to be... That's Gavin Brown coming across the line, and then it's just Ryan Donnelly, I think, still to go. Joe Richardson showing a lap down, has taken the checkered flag because he lost a lap before the restart. Well, great stuff from the Patch Tire Equipment Junior Minis, and what a race from TJ Taft to take that win. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Let's just go back and see if See It Live can bring us back to see a few of the moments in this race, because there was a little bit of argy-bargy somewhere. This was when the two leaders came together. We'd slow this down. There's Hoy. Look, he moves out, so he does give racing room. He knows he's got up the inside, so gives him room. Just goes to sit around the outside. It's hard to see how they came together. They both turned into maybe the back end of Richardson's car let go, did it? Yeah, nobody's fault really. I mean, they're both going to be aggrieved by that one, but I'd suspect the back of Richardson's car let go slightly, and as he caught it, they made contact. So unlucky at best. I don't know. I mean, I'm not the man to judge it. That'll be one floor below me, but I wouldn't be getting too vexed over that one, but certainly Leo Richardson will feel hard done by. Look at Travis Mulwhiney, absolutely delighted, banging the roof of the Mondello Parker. He's been promising to do that all year, and the chief instructor Ken Elliott did say on the day that he was very, very impressive when he won that scholarship, and he's showing us now today at Mondello Park why he won the scholarship, because he's just taken his first ever podium in the Patch Tire Equipment Junior Mini Challenge. So great day. We'll have both of the podiums for that class after the second race, as we always do. So great stuff, and we're going racing straight away because the Alloy Repair Centre Fiesta STs are already heading out the pit lane. Well, it's going to be hard to top that, but let's see what the 2-litre faster Fiestas can do. The Alloy Repair Centre, Owen Cullen's business based in Ballymount, just off the Bellegarde Road. If you scrape your alloys, fear not. He can fix them for you, he can recondition them for you, diamond cut them, whatever you need to do. Also owns the Accident Repair Centre as well, right across the road. Surgically clean. We were up there for a photo shoot with a couple of these cars before, and the whole system up there is very, very impressive. Absolutely loves his racing. Started off just sponsoring it. He'd be very friendly with Ross Barnes, who won the championship last year. Decided to buy a car, has done a couple of track days, and has been improving, but he absolutely loves it. He sends me messages on a Sunday evening just that it's a big switch off for him from his work, and he has so much fun at Mondello Park. But he's getting a little bit quicker too, which is great. So this class step up from the Fiesta Zetec. The Zetec have about 80 brake horsepower. These cars have about twice that. Adjustable front shocks, they're just a bit quicker. And David Maguire, who came up from Zetec. The Zetec class, it's got to be said, the standard is as high, if not higher, than most of the classes in the paddock. You see that this morning, Sean McGovern coming out of a Zetec and getting into a car with 4 times as much power, say at Super Cup, and sticking it on pole position. Dave Maguire comes up from juniors, from Zetecs, and he's on pole position for this one. So Fiesta STs on a warm-up lap, Nankang tyres on these, so track day type tyres, half wet, half slick, call them what you like. They're a sticky road tyre, so they work well in dry conditions. They're not so well in wets, but it keeps cost down. You don't need 2 sets of rims, you don't need 2 sets of tyres, so they've always run on a similar tyre. So great stuff from Fiesta STs. David Maguire on pole position, Roy White with the webbed feet alongside him. Not often you see Roy being better than the wet. It was horrendously wet this morning, and he just got pipped by Dave Maguire. Then Ross Barnes, last year's champion. Tim McQuaid, another relative newbie, very, very quick in the wet in the Lewis Motors car, and BYD Galway. Ross Barnes in the Barnes Autohouse car. Charlie McKillen, great to see Charlie McKillen running with Murray Motorsport. Himself and his dad Max had terrible trouble with the car, and they were always under it and gearbox problems, and they just made the right decision, and they've gone to a team. And I saw his dad walking around for the first time looking relaxed and enjoying his day at Mondello Park, and Charlie all smiles in the awning. Charlie can steer, make no mistake. He does a bit of instructing for us in Mondello. Very quick young driver, and if he gets to grips with this car, he could go very, very well. Derek Graham alongside him, never discount Derek Graham. He won last time out at Kyrgyzstan, the Northern Ireland visitor. Then John Elliff just bought the McMullen car. Then young Adam O'Mahony, the Ballybunion Bullet, I'm told I have to call him now. Kerryman, first Kerryman on the grid. He's on Kerry pole. And then Bobby Turley, Michael Graham, Trevor Farrar, Owen Cullen for the Alloy Repair Centre, Jack Conaghy and Christopher Grimes. Getting ready to go. Waiting for the red lights to come on the Alpha Bridge. Fergus Brennan is about to brandish the 5-second board. We're gone, we're away, and Ross Barnes makes a belter from the second row, but just runs out of space. Tries to go to the inside. It's Roy White on the outside who's got the nose ahead, but surely young Maguire will come back at him on the brakes. Indeed he does, down into Castrol Corner. Roy White's happy to sit round the outside. Charlie McKillen in the mix too, McQuaid on the outside. Then it is Elliff and Derek Graham. Roy gets it done right round the outside, has the inside for Campion Corner, so great stuff. Murray Motorsport lead this one now, and Dave Maguire in second place. Who's that down the outside? Is it Ross Barnes? Yeah, backs out of it, and rightly so, I think, in these conditions. Be brave move in the dry. I'm not sure if you can get it done in the wet. The back of these cars always a little bit wayward, but it is the wet weather maestro, the rally man Roy White, the Arbelos car leading this one. Great car control, Roy, with almost was almost hoping in the last rain so we'd see him. He has the car at all angles, piles of opposite lock, never closes the throttle when it rains, and he'll be loving these greasy conditions. So David Maguire Jr. not used to being led in this class. It's fair to say he's been the pace of it all year, but he's going to have to work hard for this one. McKillen now in the mix. Derek Graham next up in that group. Trevor Farrar takes a lunge down the inside. We always say Trevor's first of the privateers, runs the car himself with his dad. He doesn't run with any of the big teams. Tim McQuaid with a good run. He's another good man in the wet. Watch out for Tim McQuaid in 4th place in the yellow H car. Barnes, the reigning champion, in 3rd. Then it's McKillen. And it is Derek Graham. And that's John Aliff and Farrar down the inside. Farrar gets it done, gets across his bows and gets to the apex. Good stuff. Then it's Turley, somebody very sideways. Jack Conaghy behind them, hangs on to it though. Back up the hill, great stuff at Fiesta STs. A few newbies coming out, and we've got a couple of juniors that bought these cars as well. So the ridge should swell next year. Charlie McKillen hangs the tail out there. He's closed Tim McQuaid right down. I did say watch out for Charlie McKillen. If he settles in with Murray Motorsport, he should be very quick. And Dave Maguire not showing the pace he had in qualifying here because Ross Barnes beginning to sniff around him, and I think if anything Roy White is inching away. So Murray Motorsport cars 1st and 4th now. McKillen has got ahead of McQuaid, so he's up another place. He's up to 4th place now. Charlie McKillen could be worth watching here, you know, the yellow car in 4th place. So it's Roy White crossing the line, but right with him now is Dave Maguire. Got a great run out onto the main straight, and he's shadowing up under the Alpha Bridge, down to Castrol Corner. Maguire with a look down. Oh, he really is just beginning to wander around in the mirrors to let Roy know he's there. I don't think you would hustle Roy too much. That's a great battle between Farrar, Turley and Elif there. Elif has it at the moment. That's for 7th, 8th and 9th. Jack Conaghy in 10th place, but he's up 3 places. Dundalk driver. Then it's O'Mahony, Michael Graham and Owen Cullen and Christopher Grimes. Sideways stuff around goes McQuaid, all the way around. He didn't get it back and he's gone off into the gravel backwards. He'll do well to get that out, and that's not a great place. Somebody else gone off in avoidance. John Elif, that is. 2 cars in the gravel. That'll probably give us a safety car. No, 1 car's got back out. Elif has got it back. What happened there is you see a car going off in front of you, you lift off slightly, the back end lets go, and it's very, very hard at the first apex of that corner to get it back. The slower corners in 2nd gear, you'll always pull it back with the throttle, but it's not quite as easy through that first bit. 3rd gear as well through there. Still heating up for the lead. Roy White still going nicely and getting away, but I think Charlie McKillen is inching his way up here, you know. Watch out for him in 4th place. Ross Barnes will certainly have one eye in the mirrors. Derek Graham can't do anything about it just yet. Then it's Trevor Farrar. Great run from Farrar in the Farrar Motors car. Back up the hill. Waves yellows there. Is it safety car? No, it hasn't been. Oh, it has been dispatched. It's under the Alfa Romeo bridge, aptly enough. It is safety car. So that gap that Roy White had eased out is gone. Although last time they went by, there wasn't much of it there anyway. It was 2.2. So this will be interesting. 10 minutes still to run. 2/3 of the race still to run. It will only take 1 lap behind the safety car to get that car out, I would imagine. Tim McQuaid. Tim won't be happy with that. He's very quick in the wet. He's had a win in these cars in damp conditions before. Always goes well. He was briefly on pole position this morning, actually. So we'll need to get that one back out. So that car's recovered, great job. Super job there done by the recovery team. The car's back out. Tim McQuaid will get back into it and run back, but race hasn't been stopped, so he won't be able to rejoin, unfortunately. That's a shame. So Roy White leads them round. We will expect to go racing at the end of this lap. Lights are off on the Alfa Romeo Junior as Declan Nolan guides them back around. So Roy White, more of a rally man than a race man, although he's got a little bit of experience. He'll know exactly what to do here. He'll be coached by the Murray Motorsport squad and Owen Murray. I know Owen would love a win in Fiesta STs. He's got 4 cars in the top 4 now. Roy White is fastest lap by 3/10. So he could slow it right down here. He could do whatever he wants. So up they come to Southside Motor Factor's corner with 7.5 minutes of racing still to go. Still half of the race to go. Maguire going wider, looking for that traction, looking to get a run as they come out onto the main straight. And he's right on the back bumper now of Roy White and pulling out as they go across the start-finish line. He's piling the pressure on. It's Roy White, but only just from Maguire. White goes to the outside, leaving the door open, almost taunting him there to have a go. Look at Charlie McKillen on the brakes down the outside of Ross Barnes and almost manages to sit around the outside. He does manage to sit around the outside. It's side by side, out a shot for Campion corner. I think he's got it done. Oh, Ross Barnes hangs on and sits around the outside. Brave stuff. Good stuff. Charlie McKillen now down the outside, but it's not the day for it. Nobody's told Charlie. He didn't get the memo. He still has a go. He needs to shut the door now. Derek Graham. Here comes Derek Graham. How's it going? Down the inside. So it didn't really work for Charlie, but he should be able to hang on. It's a long, long left-hander next. He should be able to get that place back from Derek Graham. But look at Trevor Farrar. Great run from him as well in the green and white car. Coming back down towards us. This is great battles in Fiesta STs, the Alloy Repair Centre back class. Charlie McKillen with another run at Ross Barnes now, side by side on the way up the hill, 3rd gear. Great traction off the corner, gets ahead. Can he close the door around the outside of Lola? Oh, Ross Barnes not going to hand this one away. A little bit of contact, it's door to door though, that's okay. And Charlie McKillen still sitting around the outside. He's a brave young man, isn't he? He's done it a few times. He's got the job done, you know, on the way down to say he has, and he closes the door. It's podium position for Charlie McKillen. Oh, Ross Barnes says, I don't think so. Back down the inside on the brakes. They both go a little bit wide. Farrar sniffing around. Turley in the mix now as well. This is great stuff. So Farrar and Turley have caught right up to this group. Farrar makes a big mistake and holds Turley up just a little bit as they come back up the hill. Bobby Turley going nicely. He's right in the mix here. This is great stuff. Back to Bahrain's Benz, and Ross Barnes goes sideways. McKillen's down the inside again. Barnes turns across on him a little bit naughty, I feel, there as they go through the second bit of Bahrain's Benz, but Charlie McKillen doesn't care because he's down the inside and he's up to 3rd place, or is he? Because Ross Barnes is still going to have a go as they come back towards us. This is great stuff. It's close up front as well with the lead as Maguire closes down Roy White. Roy White still got it done. He's got the door closed. Wonder can McKillen get away and get up to them? 5 minutes to go. This is great racing at Fiesta STs. Turley gets alongside almost on the brakes. Somebody else right with him now. Dave Maguire's got up the inside. Just got it done on the way down. That's what he did in the Sayat race. The same move he used this morning to win the Sayat race, down the inside. And Roy White won't be able to sit around the outside, so he tucks in behind him. He might have a bit more pace, Dave Maguire, but I'm not sure, as Ross Barnes gives Charlie McKillen a helping hand. They're so closely matched for that final podium position in 3rd place. Then it's Derek Graham, Trevor Farrar, Bobby Turley up to 7th, Jack Conaghy up to 8th, and Adam O'Mahony 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is John Elliff, who's just made a place over Michael Graham. Yeah, Maguire beginning to ease away. This is a carbon copy of the Sayat race this morning. Same move to get the lead and then just eased away. He's very, very quick, this young man. And probably drying out a little bit too much. Roy White is as quick as anybody, probably the quickest of them out there in greasy or wet conditions, but Maguire's just going to get away a little bit here, I feel. McKillen beginning to ease away now from Ross Barnes. Trevor Farrar going really nicely, isn't he? He's all over the back of Derek Graham here, thinking of a look down the inside into Lola corner. Then it's Turley, Conaghy, and Adam O'Mahony going nicely. That beautifully turned out car, the Kerry driver. Then it's Elliff in the Darren McMullen car, just purchased that recently. Come back into the championship again, and look at Farrar on the brakes, thinking of having a look down the outside. Conaghy has a look at Turley, but Turley closes the door, and in fact Turley closing up to the back of Farrar and gets a run at Farrar up the hill now. If he can just get the inside, Bobby Turley gets alongside. He almost gets it done, but not quite, I don't think. Does Farrar close the door? Leaves him a little bit of room. He leaves him full amount of room there. That's good racing for both of those guys. But Farrar holds it back to the next one. Turley needs to keep the door closed because Conaghy right behind him. Conaghy's down the inside here, is he? He's thinking about it. No. Just gets the door. That's great racing, isn't it? Could be Adam O'Mahony, the Ballybunion Bullet could be joining in this one in a minute. Around the outside, look at that, and from Charlie McKillen using all the curves there. His lap time will be interesting here. Turley beginning to really push here. Looking down the outside now for R. I wonder, can he do a Dave Maguire and get the nose up the inside? That's what he was trying to do coming out of 7A. That's what he's going to do. He has got it done. Turley gets alongside for R. No, can't quite do it. Might need an engine rebuild. Mark Turley's watching here. Might need to throw a few quid at that engine, Mark, in a straight line. No, I think they're pretty equal. It's all about traction in these crazy conditions, but Ferrar holding on beautifully there. Adam O'Mahony is definitely closing in here and getting right up to them in that beautifully prepared car, the LOH machine. He's wrapped, that's one of the ex-Beacon cars. So it's Maguire, White, McKillen, Ross Barnes. McKillen with fastest lap. I was watching out for that. Fastest lap, Charlie McKillen in third place. So that's really quick, and he's way quicker than anybody else. A 7.8. That's half a second quicker than Dave Maguire. Charlie McKillen in the yellow car, the Murray Motorsport car. Best move he could have made. Well done to him and Max to get that car into the Murray Motorsport awning, because they're both far more relaxed and he's able to show us what he can do. Charlie McKillen in third place. He's catching his teammate, Roy White. Will there be Murray Motorsport team orders now as they come up the hill? Up Kennedy's Rise, looking very strong here. Still 2 minutes to go. So Roy White under big pressure for second place. Two very different lines again. White wide round Lola. McKillen's tighter, but McKillen's quicker and gets the run on the back straight now. The plain yellow car. Fourth gear down here. They get up to some speed, then it's hard on the brakes. Roy White is very late in the brakes and very confident. He doesn't close the door at all. Doesn't cost himself any time. Barnes isn't too far away if it all goes wrong. If these two start scrapping, they'll be starting their last lap this time round. Maguire looking strong, but Charlie McKillen with fastest lap has dragged himself up onto the back of Roy White. The two Murray Motorsport cars. Owen Murray would be delighted if he could get two cars onto the podium. McKillen giving a little bit of help to his team. He's down the inside. Charlie McKillen, what a move. Great stuff. Has to stop them afterwards, but that is brilliant saloon car racing. Charlie McKillen, relatively inexperienced, but this is fantastic stuff. And I wonder in race 2, can he have a go at Dave Maguire? See the commitment when he threw the car back in, almost folded the rear tyre in under it. It's still greasy out there. It's great stuff. Nothing Roy White can do, nothing Ross Barnes can do. Oh, wait a minute. Ross down the inside to Roy. Last minute lunge, classic Mondello manoeuvre there, and gets it done for Ross Barnes to get onto the podium. So it's all going wrong for Roy White, but not for Charlie McKillen. Let's watch the lap times. Charlie McKillen, fastest lap again, 2:07, taken back by Ross Barnes, 2:07.3, but actually McKillen still includes that move. So let's see what he can do on this, the final lap. The clock is down to 43 seconds. The gap between first and second is 2.3 seconds. So I don't think he's going to be able to catch Dave Maguire, but this has been a really, really good drive from young Max McKillen. Charlie McKillen, I should say, not Max McKillen. Third row of the grid, qualified on row 3. And he's fought his way all the way up there. Oh, sideways for Ross Barnes. He goes wide. And Roy says, I'll have my place back. Thank you very much. It was well held, but he just couldn't get it stopped. That's what we spoke about. If the back end gets away in the first bit of turn 3, it's a big line. It looks great, but it's very, very hard to get the car stopped without the back end going around on you, as Tim McQuaid found out earlier on. But the Barnes Autohouse car, looking a little bit more battered than it was earlier, but still going nicely and still fighting for that third place on this, the final lap. Great battles all the way down the field as they go up Kennedy's Rise out onto the international loop. Really is turning into a great class, this Alloy Repair Centre Fiesta ST class. Mondello have a car as well. There was talk of a scholarship or something like that, but I think they might be doing 2 scholarships in Z-Tex next year, so I'm not sure how that'll work out. So they're all streaming through. That's Adam O'Mahony. Barnes closing down again. Look at this pace of Charlie McKillen. He's just driven away from those 2 cars behind. And he's definitely closing down Maguire just a little more. Barnes trying to get the nose up the inside. It's all about getting traction out of slower corners, as Bobby Turley showed us earlier. Just get the nose up the inside, and then you can just sit alongside them. But Roy White hanging on. Third place in the Arbelos car. Barnes Autohouse car right behind him on the Rathgar Road. Ross Steele's car is halfway up the Rathgar Road there. Always has some class machinery down with him. Somebody else going nicely there. Jack Conaghy's well up. He's in 7th place. Qualified well there. Must have had problems with qualifying. This is checkered flag time, and it's going to be another lunge, but Roy White has enough in hand. And it looks like it will be 2 Murray Motorsport cars on the podium. Maguire takes another win and moves closer again to the title. But what a drive from Charlie McKillen to 2nd place. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Maguire takes fastest lap back at the last lap just to show who's boss. Roy White completes the podium. Ross Barnes right with him. Derek Graham, a good drive to 5th. Ferrar, we always say first of the privateers. Jack Conaghy, good run. Adam O'Mahony, the Ballybunion Bullet. Then John Elliff. Michael Graham comes through. Owen Cullen up a couple of places again. He'd be delighted with that one in the Alloy Repair Centre car. I'm not just saying that because he's the class sponsor. Bobby Turley must have had a quick spin. He's dropped back a little bit. And then we're looking for Christopher Grimes. There's Noel Conaghy at the gate. He'd be delighted with that one. Good drive from Jack to get himself that far up the grid. Noel having a look to the left and the right of the car, make sure it's all right. It should be absolutely fine. O'Mahony as well, be very happy with that. Great run for him. So Maguire, McKillen, Roy White, Ross Barnes, Derek Graham, Trevor Farrar, Jack Conaghy, Adam O'Mahony, John Elliff and Michael Graham is your top 10 in the Alloy Repair Centre Fiesta STs. So the Siltec safety systems, safety solutions, I should say. It's just Siltec safety to everybody here. Our cars are out on track. We had a bit of a shock this morning. Lola Rose Turley thought she wasn't going to get out there with a paperwork issue, but it's been sorted out. So thankfully we see that car on the grid. She's very keen to get some more rookie points. The rookie championship is very closely fought. And some of the rookies are very, very far up this grid. It's really, really wet qualifying conditions today. They say that shows driver talent. Rob Barrable takes pole position from Sean McGovern. Sean McGovern has done most of the winning this year, been incredibly impressive, but Rob Barrable has won in everything. Rally cars, Formula Ford 1600, Leinster Trophy, pretty much anything he's sat into. Sam Doyle, incredible job in qualifying. Sam Doyle, a real character in the paddock in the Tara racing car. He works in the tyre brigade with Ulick Burke. He's a great guy and really put so much into his race. He got a lot of damage at Kirkstown. Ulick and the guys down there in Athlone helped him. They got the car back together. It looks superb, and what a job in qualifying to stick it on the second row of the grid. Mick Keogh, great to see Mick going so well. One of the best presented cars in the paddock, not just in the class. Then it's Mikey Mania, Michael Moynihan, who's leading the rookies, and he is leading the rookie championship, and he is on row 3 in 5th place. But alongside him, Evan Walsh in another Mondello scholarship car owned by Mondello Park. They'll be running that scholarship again during the winter, and you could be in that car. Free racing, free entries, free testing, free car, free tyres. So watch out for that one. The Mondello Park investing a lot in this ICCR, and great to have TENG tools coming on board too. And Kelsey Kirby next up always goes well. Kelsey, she's going to try, she always tries to get 6th place because we reversed the top 6. Neil Murphy leading them round in the Fiesta Siltec Safety Fiesta C-Tech van there. He peels off and goes back into the paddock. A great character and very much involved in the running of this class. Not just a sponsor, very much a friend of the drivers and a real paddock character here at Mondello Park. Then it's Rod McGovern. That is the Rod McGovern on row 6. Watch out for him. Didn't scrub his tyres in this morning in wet conditions, so he should go a lot better than his qualifying position, I would imagine. I saw him going out with stickers on the tyres this morning. Never a good idea when it rains, so he might go a little bit better. Then it's Phil Lawless, Toby Maguire, Alan Dawson, Darren Lawler, Joshua Brown, Christian Brennan, Finn Gillespie, Lorcan McGivney, Roy Tobin, Alex McCann, Mick McCardle, Senan Noon, Freya Burns, Willie Peacham, Aidan Mulready, Elizabeth Downey, Will Humphreys on his first day out, Liv Corcoran, and Lola Rose Turley, who didn't qualify right at the back. I think she did a few laps earlier just to get her laps in, but didn't get out qualifying this morning officially. So she will start at the back. The soft recruit and Joel's car now of Sean McGovern on the outside, the front row. The MB Michael Barrable Motors car on the front row of the grid as well in pole position. So watch out, look at that grid, it's fantastic. It just gets more and more people into motor racing. Don't forget the 6-hour race. If you can get your hands on one of these Fiesta, yourself and 3 buddies can do the 6-hour race here in November. Doesn't matter about your level of experience, a great race. You'll be racing against some of the top drivers in the country. McGovern gets a great start, but he's matched by Barrable. Sam Doyle right with them as they head away now under the Alpha Bridge and down into Castrol Corner for the first time. It's neck and neck. McGovern on the outside, got the nose slightly ahead, but Barrable won't give this one away. McGovern knows that and slots in behind him. Sam Doyle in third place. Great stuff from him in the Tara racing car. And all the rest coming through. Hopefully we're all clear through Castle Corner. We are as they come round there. A lot of novices in there. And watch out for Will Humphreys right at the back in his first ever race. It's a big grid to have your first ever race. First 2 trying to get away initially. Sam Doyle in third, then Mick Keogh, then Mikey Moynihan. And Mikey Moynihan has Evan Walsh right with him. There's Rod McGovern down the inside for position. Oh, Mick Keogh gets out of shape and backs them all up. That allows the first 3 away. And Mikey Moynihan gets a run now as a result at Mick Keogh as they come back up towards us. Keogh in the white car on the inside, the Donegan Auto Services car. Mikey Moynihan down the outside, but Keogh gets it done. I think it stays to the inside. There is a dry line developing. Look at Evan Walsh, that's for the rookie lead. The green and black car and the maroon coloured car, door to door on the way up the hill now. That's for the rookie lead. Remember, Kelsey Kirby gets a run at the boat on the outside. Rod McGovern in there too. Alan Dawson on a charge. Didn't qualify well, but going well now. And McGovern's got up the inside and taking the lead away, and Barrable is slowing. Sam Doyle is up to second place. Sam Doyle up to second place. Are we backing them up? No, there's no safety car. Nothing happening here. Barrable, did he miss a gear? Sam Doyle with loads of pace here. Up to second place. This is incredible stuff from him. Ulick Burke and the boys will be watching this back in Athlone. Look at Freya Burns on the brakes. She's trying to get down the inside of the Mondello Park car. Everybody having a go. Freya Burns and Phil Lawless up there too. Freya Burns in her first season of racing, big shunt at Kirkiston herself and her dad got that car back out. That's not actually her, that's Toby Maguire. Apologies. Similar colourings there. Toby Maguire, the former junior rallycross champion, that is, who's up there. Freya Burns is out there too, and she's running 5th in rookies though, as Rob Barrable closes down Sam Doyle. We'll talk about difference of experience here, because Sam Doyle, highly talented but relatively inexperienced compared to Rob Barrable. Barrable gets up the inside on the way back to Nordic Spirit Corner and gets the job done. So Barrable up to second place. Sam Doyle probably better not to fight that and tuck in there, try and hang on, because he's got some quick guys coming behind. Alan Dawson on a massive charge. Rob McGovern too. Mick Keogh in 4th place. Let's watch them as they go by, and we'll see who's in the crucial 6th place as they come back towards us. There's some cars missing, I'm not so sure. Alex McCann up 3 places. He's the 4th rookie there. Finn Gillespie up 4 places, up to 11th. Some great stuff as they all round Castrol Corner. So it's McGovern and Barrable now. I'm very, very impressed with Sam Doyle's pace. Ulick Burke did say to me before they put a lot of work into it and that car should be front running, and Sam was finding his feet. Well, he's found his feet. Oh, just as I said it, commentators curse. The back end lets go. Sam Doyle's car just clipped the gravel, flicked the car back the wrong way. That is such a shame. I would have loved to see him get right up there. He was having a go. He really was playing with the big boys, but it just caught him out trying too hard down into turn 3. Easy happened, but it's all part of the education for a saloon car driver, and I think we can now see that he's going to be a top level saloon car racer. So there he is. Oh, he'll be absolutely gutted with that in the Tara racing car. Doyle's Motorcycles and Advanced Auto Parts, and that's just such a terrible feeling for a race driver. Rob Barrable, you know, is hauling in McGovern. Yeah, safety car's being dispatched from the pit lane. So we saw it waved yellows there around the track, but that was actually safety car board has now been brought back out. So that's going to bring them all back. Not that they need squeezing back together in this class. The racing's very, very close. And let's see who else is on the move. Darren Lawler has lost a few places. Lola Rose Turley up 4 places. Finn Gillespie up 4 places and up to 3rd in the rookies. So that's interesting. Sean McGovern up front, then Rob Barrable. Sam Doyle was 3rd, he's going to be gone, so Mick Keogh will be in 3rd place when they come back around. Rob McGovern up 3 places. Alan Dawson is up 5 places. Alan Dawson, we know it's got loads of pace. He's been the man that was 2nd in the championship for most of the year. So Dawson very much on a charge in the Sheds Direct car. Then Michael Moynihan, his first rookie. Then second rookie is Evan Walsh. Third rookie is Finn Gillespie, who's come up 3 places to try and get up on terms with them. He's in the all-black car, number 24. Works for us at Mondello Park during the week. So we're going to have a look back and see what happened to poor Sam Doyle. He won't thank us for showing this one, but let's watch what happened. Front-wheel drive race car just can't happen. There he's in third place, running right with the big boys. Black car on the left of your screen, just comes down into turn 3. It's happened to so many people. He's a little bit wide. Tries to get it turned in. There's the back end letting go. He caught it, but it put the car back to the left. See, they don't have race suspension, these cars. They wallow just a little bit. Tried to get it back on track. You can see exactly what he was trying to do, but the gravel is designed to drag those cars in. The Mondello Ops team were down raking that during the week for that very idea. It's to keep the cars out of the wall, and the gravel, it looked like it reached out and dragged the car in, and that is such a shame for him. I'm sure they will tow that car out pretty quickly, but he's got another race to go. At least he's got race 2. But he'll be starting well back in that one. So let's give the rookies a shout out. Mikey Moynihan leads the rookie championship and also leads the rookies on track. Then Evan Walsh is next up, and then Finn Gillespie. And that, I think, is the way the championship goes. Finn Gillespie up another 2 places around that lap. So he's on the back bumper now. He's got himself into the top 10 somehow. Then Alex McCann is 4th of the rookies. Will Humphreys in 5th. This is a great run for him. First ever day out. I spoke to him this morning, and he was you know, he's trying to take it all in on his first ever race day on the international circuit at Mondello Park. It's a big race meeting and a big grid, but he's done really well. Will Humphreys going nicely. He's 5th in the rookies, and he's ahead of Freya Burns next up, then Lola Rose Turley, then Liv Corcoran and Elizabeth Downey. So the 4 ladies absolutely in order. They're 18th, 9th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Then we're showing Sam Doyle, Roy Tobin and Aidan Mulready, but I'm not sure Tobin and Mulready made the start. Mulready apparently rolled the car in testing. I know I saw the car back, I thought up and running, but maybe not. So great excitement. The last race before lunch, the Fiesta ZTEX. McGovern, Barrable, Keogh, the order. Lights should be out now on the safety car. I think we saw that car being pulled back in. And there's the Alfa Romeo Junior with the lights off, heading for the pit lane. Sean McGovern weaving around. He's got to do a restart now. He's got 7 minutes to go, so still half the race. Oh, look at Barrable down the outside, trying to get a better run on the way out. Barrable was slightly quicker on the restart. He's right on the back bumper. They've both made a little bit of a break from Mick Keogh now as they come down towards Mick Keogh caught napping, and it's got Rob McGovern in his mirrors. Great stuff as they all stream through, and here comes Barrable to the outside. McGovern goes defensive down into Castrol corner. Barrable gets down the outside into second gear. You can actually see when they brake and see when they change gear in these cars because they're pretty softly sprung. They don't have race shock absorbers. They have a control spring, and that's it. So they're pretty soft by race car standards, but they do make a great racing machine. They're very inexpensive. They don't cost much to run. And we got a lot of rookies out there and a lot of talents. But McGovern leads this from Barrable. Mick Keogh under pressure now from Rod McGovern. Rod McGovern's going to look down the inside. Keogh's got that covered. Dawson is there too. Then it's our rookies. Oh, side by side, Barrable gets through. A mistake from McGovern coming up out of turn 3. And Barrable is back through into the lead. It's now Rob Barrable leading from Sean McGovern. Then it's Mick Keogh, and Rod McGovern slices down the inside of Mick Keogh. Mick Keogh shuts the door. McGovern backs out of it. It gives him racing room. McGovern trying to fight back now as they go through the right-hander. Big gap because Keogh's had to go defensive. Here comes McGovern posting notice of his intentions early. He sends Keogh to the right to defend, then has a look down the outside. Dawson coming at him on the brakes. Mikey Mania with him too. Kelsey Kirby in the mix now. Then it's Evan, and Finn Gillespie from way back has got up to those top 2 rookies. The 3 of them well inside the top 10. McGovern's got the nose up the inside of Keogh here as they head towards Brian's Bends, and he's got the job done, I think. Indeed he has, given racing room by Mick Keogh, who tucks in behind him. Next up is Alan Dawson. Let's see what kind of pace Rod McGovern has. I did say he went out in unscrubbed tyres, I thought, this morning, so I thought that might have hindered him just a little bit. So he looks like he's got better pace in the dry. Kelsey Kirby right in the middle. Look at Finn Gillespie in the Mondello Park car, 24, right on the back, the all-black car. A little bit of mud up the side of it. He must have had an off-road excursion somewhere, Finn. But he's right on the back of Evan Walsh now, and they're big-time battling for this rookie trophy. Gillespie looking for a gap down the inside, doesn't get it. Kelsey Kirby right in the mix as well. She's driving beautifully. So it's Barrable, McGovern following him to try and get the toe on the main straight, and Barrable moving around a bit. Then it's Rod McGovern, Mick Keogh, Alan Dawson, Mikey Mania, and side by side I think Gillespie is up another place. He's got by Evan Walsh, indeed he has. Down the inside, Finn Gillespie up another place. Next on his list is Kelsey Kirby. Kevin Gillespie will be delighted with this one. They've done loads of work on that car. And Finn Gillespie will be able to, he'll have bragging rights in Mondello Park canteen tomorrow morning. Always very important. So that moves him up to second place in the rookies. Let's see how much further he can come. I spoke to Finn on Friday evening and he's just nodding. He seemed quietly confident after testing in the wet. It's drier now. Rod McGovern goes wide and Keogh goes back at him. Then it's Dawson, Mikey Mania. That's Michael Moynihan. That's his social media handle if you want to follow him. And Finn Gillespie closing both of these down. Kelsey Kirby has a look around the outside, but it's a long left-hand corner. She stays around there though, if she could just get the nose alongside, but she's likely to be passed by Finn Gillespie. She is. Finn gets alongside her. She's gone out onto the grass. He gets better traction in another place in another lap for Finn Gillespie, and he's now on the back bumper of Michael Moynihan for rookie honours. Great drive by Gillespie. Moynihan right in the mix. These guys are running right at the front. They're rookies. And now Gillespie looks to the inside. Has he got a better run? Very little in it as they come down the back straight. Don't think he's going to be able to out-drag Moynihan. No, he's not by a long way. Moynihan just drives away from him there. Must have got a better exit out onto that back straight. So down into 7A and B. So Dawson is next on the list for both of them. Oh, Barrable's just walking away up front. Fastest lap last time round at 2:14.3. They're heading back towards dry times. Just in case anybody racing after lunch is wondering about track conditions, they're about 2 seconds off their dry time, so almost there. Yellow flags waved, yellows. Is that safety car? It is safety car. Safety car's back out again, so that's going to neutralise this race with 2 minutes 59 to go, which is such a shame because it really is heating up there, especially in the rookie element. Michael Moynihan doing beautifully. They're so far up the grid, these rookies. Remember, these guys started right at the back at the start of the year. Look at the rookies now. The leader in the rookies is 6th. Finn Gillespie is 7th, and he's second rookie, and 9th is Evan Walsh. So great stuff. Rookies really going nicely, and some amount of experience up front. But there we are, and that's Christian Brennan, unfortunately, off in the gravel in the MK Shoots car. Just had that car done up. He's very quick, Christian Brennan. He went really well at Kyrgyzstan, but he's just gone off. Not sure where that is. Good close-up shot. Turn 3 it is again. It's been catching everybody out all day long. I think they're going to end under safety car, you know, because Declan Nolan's a quick driver, but I don't think he can bring them round in less than 2 minutes 16 seconds when the fastest lap is 2:14. So the safety car is not going to beat that. So we will end this one under the safety car, and that is going to give Barrable the win from McGovern, from the two McGoverns. Two McGoverns on the podium. Nick Murray going to be happy with that one if he's watching down on them. Then Michael Keogh in 3rd place, Michael Keogh in 4th, Alan Dawson 5th. And pole for race 2 is going to go to the rookie, to Michael Moynihan in 6th place. Finn Gillespie takes 2nd in the rookies, and he's up to 7th place. Where did Finn Gillespie qualify? Kyle Dove. He's way back, wasn't he, in qualifying this morning? He was on row 8, 15th on the grid to 7th. So the rookie's really getting sharp. And I think Evan Walsh has the pace. He got kind of boxed out a little bit in that one, but he has the pace to run with them as well. And he was incredibly good in qualifying. Remember, in the really wet conditions, he was on row 3 alongside Moynihan. Happens every year in this class. By this time of the year, the rookies are right on the pace. So it's great to see it. So that was actually our rookie going through there. I think Will Humphreys, 32. Indeed it was, the green car with the yellow bumpers. And he has had a great day out. He's 5th in rookies and he's 18th overall out of 26. So that's great stuff. Let's keep an eye. Let's just have a look at him because he's on his first race out there. It's the last car in this group. I think. Yeah, that car there at the top of your screen. So green car with yellow bumpers. First ever day racing. Going very nicely and ahead of a lot of more experienced drivers. So Will Humphrey's going well. He got himself up to 18th place and he qualified in 25th. So that's a good run from him. We'll be keeping an eye on his progress. Another impressive rookie. Lola Rose Turley all the way from the back has got up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. 7 places from her qualifying position actually. She's got a little bit of a front bumpers, a little bit of skew there. But still going nicely. This is it, the clock has gone to 0. We will end this one under safety car. But we got enough action and enough excitement, didn't we? Great racing class, this one. And if you're in the grandstand or you're watching this at home, you want to go racing, some of these cars as little as €3,000 get you on the grid, and you can do the 6-hour race with 3 other mates if you want. November the 7th at the end of the year, non-championship. Great fun. There goes the Alfa Romeo Junior across the line. And it's a win for Rob Barrable. Second place for Rod McGovern. For Sean, I should say, third for Rod. Fourth for Michael Keogh. Alan Dawson, Michael Moynihan, Finn Gillespie up to 7th to take second in the rookies. Kelsey Kirby 8th. Evan Walsh 9th. Phil Lawless, Joshua Brown, Lorcan McGivney, Toby Maguire, Darren Lawler, Alex McCann, Senan Noon, Mick McCardle, Will Humphreys. Great stuff from Will Humphreys. Willie Peacham, Lola Rose Turley up below the prices. Freya Burns, Liv Corcoran, Elizabeth Downey all together. Sam Doyle classified there, but a lap down. Sam Doyle very, very impressive before that off. So wonderful, wonderful racing. Neil Murphy from Siltec Safety, very happy with that one, as indeed with a lot of drivers down there. Some very, very strong performances there. And Sean McGovern having to give best to Rob Barrow, but they've had some great races all year long. So then race 2 will be coming up after lunch, and 6th place Michael Moynihan will take pole position with Alan Dawson alongside him on the front row of the grid. Absolutely fantastic. So that's the end of the racing for the lunchtime, or for the morning time I should say, here at the TENG Tools ICCR at Mondello Park. We leave the Siltec Safety Solutions drivers to celebrate, and we will be back after lunch with some more live racing here from Mondello Park.